Alright, I'm going to show you a match with me in a ranked game against a Tier 6 Platinum. Now, for those of you who do not know, Brawlhalla has tiers to all of the ranks, meaning that you remained in that rank for another season. So, for example, if you were in Gold for 5 seasons, you would be a Tier 5 Gold, and then if you got into Platinum after that, you would be a Tier 1 Platinum. So yes, this man has been in Platinum for 6 seasons, and this is the way that he plays. Now, what's interesting to note is he plays kind of slowly and conservatively, but he still he maintains some level of aggression, which I highly appreciate. But ultimately, it wasn't quite enough in order to be able to fully disgruntle me, because if you want to completely get me to the point of mauling, just be hyper aggressive, sort of like the way that I play, ironically enough, because it won't give me any time to actually think about my approach versus the different methods you'll have of avoiding the attack. Now, other times, passive play is also effective against me because, again, I'm a very aggressive player, but I guess it depends on the type of passive. So it's like, what'll happen a lot is I won't be paying attention, I'll just kind of go on autopilot for the game. And during the autopilot, I'll have relatively repetitive movements, but even if the movements themselves aren't repetitive, the playstyle sort of is. So I approach them, they'll take a step back to avoid the attack, and then they'll counter, which is a fairly common theme in Brawlhalla, as well as something that a lot of people get angry about. There's a bunch of videos that actually exist for how to counter passive play. Now this was just unfortunate. Goodbye! But my general advice against passive players, well, there's two ways you can approach it. You can become even more passive than they are, which I hate, first of all. I will never actually do that. And the second one is tempered aggression. So you approach them, and when they expect you to attack, you don't attack. So then they jump back prematurely, giving you a moment to be able to either dash forward and attack, or otherwise be able to continue your approach. So yes, what you have to do to be aggressive is you have to be able to belay your attack before you think it would actually be able to make contact, because they're waiting for you to approach and therefore be able to time it. Now this man really plays the wall game for every single one of his stocks, and it's annoying as hell. Like, bruh, how are you a tier 6 platinum? He must have got in when the game was fairly new and people didn't really know what they were doing. I mean, yeah, this is a viable strategy for gaining elo and ranked, but what it's not a viable strategy for is actually getting better at the game. And I suppose that's probably why he's remained in Platinum for so long, as opposed to moving on to Diamond. And this has been your Brawlhalla TED Talk with Dilligaf. Thank you, goodbye.